2001, this type of motion has not been seen. While millions of people came out into the streets at the beginning of the war in Iraq in 2003, there is no doubt that a new sort of movement is rising. When Occupy Wall Street started in New York on September 17th, no one could have guessed that a month later, on October 15th, there would be 1,500 communities joining in Occupy Wall Street solidarity marches across the world. In the US, there are over 600 and counting. In California alone, from San Diego to Eureka, there are 49 occupied cities as of October 27. The Occupy movement ripped the blinders off the eyes of the country, and every day it exists, it grows stronger. The occupation here in San Francisco began on September 29th, and in 1 month it has gone from a handful of kids in front of the Federal Reserve Bank at 101 Market Street to a tent city at Justin Herman Plaza of a couple of hundred people easily. The Daily General Assembly gathers at 6 p.m. and over a month's time it has grown in size and organization exponentially. The camp, which has been raided twice by riot police, has a communications tent, a literature table, a kitchen, a library, over a dozen working groups, porta potties, finally, and a medical tent donated by the California Nurses Association. The beauty and burden of the Occupy San Francisco encampment is that the overwhelming majority of its core organizers have never been to a protest before, let alone organized a 24/7 protest. Because of this, the members of PSL, who have an assortment of skills and experience as activists, have been able to provide necessary tactical and practical assistance to the encampment. During the October 5th police raid, that tactical experience was able to guide the group in the most organized way possible through a standoff with the police, which was the first experience that many of the protesters had had with the police. Every day brings more experience, every raid brings more consciousness, every GA brings more people. We're living in a moment in history that is unlike all others, and yet a struggle which shares common ground with every people's movement. The people of the United States are being roused from their slumber and rubbing the crust from their eyes. The PSL has been standing alert and fighting for this moment. We are the 99% and actively involved in the Occupy movement across the country. Join us on the front lines as we struggle for a socialist society.